Hi fans, and welcome to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium. Home court of your St. Thomas Tommies men's basketball team. Hosting Holland College here in the penultimate, second to last game before the holiday break for both of these clubs. UKC comes to town tomorrow. Holland goes down Highway 7 to play the Seawolves at UNBSJ. Tommies come into this one second in the conference and 8th in the country at 5-1. Holland comes in 3-4. Last time out, the Hurricanes lost MSVU on November 24th. MSVU won every quarter. It was 87-62. Sharp shooting, Adam Callahan out of Cape Breton with 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. Chase Tynes with a big game at 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. Bryce Corliss, conference leading scorer with 23 points, 5 rebounds for the Tommies. Ambrose Johnson, for the Hurricanes. Ambrose Johnson with 20 points and 4 rebounds. Tommies won a battle at UNBSJ last Friday, 72-67. It was tied at 37 at the half. The Tommies were +6 in quarter 3, 18-12. Noah McCarthy, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Ted Braden, the monster game that propelled him to Supplement King Athlete of the Week for the Tommies, 11 points, 18 boards. Reese Hassan cracks double digits with 11 points and 3 rebounds for the Seawolves. 2 big scorers, Ethan Zamurda, 23 points, 11 boards. Jack Fury Miller, 22 and 8. Bench points were 27-9 STU, most other stats close. These teams met once before on October 29th at Holland College. Tommies were winners there, 92-84 over Holland. It was a 21-12 fourth quarter for the Tommies that was the difference in that game. Pick up the starters now for the Hurricanes. I'll tell you more about that game. One is Ambrose Johnson, shooting guard out of Converse, Texas. 8 is Ryan McKinnon. 9 is Nick Mills. 13, that's Corliss. And 14, 6'6" out of Nassau, Bahamas, by Maune, CBU, and Nate. That's Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, is D'Angelo Woodside. We'll pick up your Tommy starters. 4 is going to be Reese Hassan. Hassan, third year of eligibility, first year with the Tommies at Leo Hayes High and UNB. 5, Ethan Tamwini, second year of eligibility out of FHS, 6'3" forward. Noah McCarthy, first year with the Tommies out of Grand Falls, FHS, UNB, and Mount A is McCarthy. 13 is Lavoie, his 5th year of eligibility. Nicole second there. Patrice Desloges out of Ottawa is Lavoie. And drawing into the starting lineup today in place of Evan Villain is Ted Braden. This is a matchup move for the Tommies. Braden off that big game pulls into the starting lineup here for Stu. A couple of key scratches for Holland in this one. Talked to Coach Kendrick before the game, says we're now starting our 5th guard, and he says, of course, you're 5th in the depth chart. That means you're not the first choice. Aaron Simmons, first-year guard of Nassau, Bahamas, scratched, as is Michael Sir. That's a big dent in the ball handling and point guard capabilities of this team. Let's see if the Tommies get back to that pressure game, and in fact, that's what Coach Hickey is looking for. Said the focus all week long has been playing at the pace that they started the season with, and that's getting up and down shorter shifts. So we expect a lot of subs here. Corliss opens the scoring for Holland. Bryce Corliss leads the conference in scoring. Coming into this one, that's McCarthy around for Hassan. Down low for Braden against Mills. Kicks outside McCarthy. Tamwine can't answer. He's been really good from the three-point land, as Ethan. Inside for Lavoie. Lavoie off glass for 2. Keys to me for the Tommies. Noah McCarthy, Jeff Lavoie have to play like the All-Stars they're capable of. They at some point here have to take charge of this team and say, this is our team. and we're going to lead the team to the victories. Not saying they haven't done that, but scoring average is down for both of them from where they were last season. I think at some point we'll look to them have a breakout game, and I look for Lavoie to get on the board early here. It's one of my keys in my little tee-up video for this one was get Lavoie going early for the Tommies. Hassan Kamwine on the drive, kick for McCarthy for 3. A little too strong there. Rebound to Corliss. Mills for Johnson. McKinnon against Lavoie, back outside for Woodside against Braden. He's going to back in, go to the spin move, get that one soft shot off the rim. Rebound ripped away by Jeffrey Lavoie. Lavoie with speed right at the bucket, scores 2. Good start for Jeffrey Lavoie. He's got the 4 Tommy points. Ambrose Johnson fouled on the way to the bucket. It's going to be called on the floor. Harrison Florian checks in for Ted Braden. It's going to be the first foul on Tamwine. The officials for this one, Mr. Langdon, Gallagher, and Redpath. The 3 charged with making sure all goes according to Hoyle here in this afternoon contest. Hurricane men with some noise on the bench. McCarthy. Lavoie off the screen, kick corner for Hassan. Hassan can't make the 3-pointer. And now Ambrose Johnson. Nick Mills with the offensive foul, and Mills comes up hobbling on that one. Mills, 6'6" forward out of Cornwall, PEI. Look to sub out, and checking in, Demoy Dozavato. Dozavato, 6'7" center in his first year out of Charlottetown Rural. Of course, a big high school tournament going on at the Rural this weekend, I believe, in PEI, last I heard. Leo Hayes Lions here on the women's side. At least we're 2-0 going into their next playoff matchup. Against 3 Oaks was the last update I saw there. Lavoie will pick up the foul. It's going to be a block. Subs for the Tommies coming. Evan Villain, number 9. Owen Amos, number 10. Vince Littleton, number 3. They will join Harrison Florian and Noah McCarthy. McCarthy, the lone starter, still in the game for the Tommies. We played just over 3 minutes. Corliss from the outside, no good. Rebound touched by Florian into the Hurricanes bench. Florian has to slam on the brakes there. Avoid a collision. 14 on the shot clock. Johnson for Corliss. Corliss on the drive against Villain. Stops, shoots. No rim on that shot. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Hurricanes are pointing at it saying, hey, I think it hit the rim. I didn't think so from up here. Hit the backboard, didn't think it got rim. Inside for Florian. He's going to be fouled by Dozavato, and it'll send Harrison Florian to the line. Florian's been nursing an ankle injury since the road game at UKC. think he's actually credited for being in a couple games that he wasn't on the stat sheet when I look at it. I thought he sat out a couple of those road games. Would impact his stat line, so someone might want to look at that, but I'm showing him at 4.5 points, 3.3 rebounds a game. 1 out of 2 from the free throw line coming in, and 1 out of 2 there. Owen Amos makes 7-2 Tommies. Tommies coming here with good pressure again. Corliss, a little dancing dribble, and he's good from three-point land. Corliss with all 5 Hurricane points. Florian for McCarthy. Littleton, cross-court pass. Amos for 3. Looks good, and it is. Owen Amos with 5 quick ones off the bench. Subs are in for Holland College. That's going to be number 11, Romari Johnson. He's a right-in player for me. When I spoke to Coach Kendrick, he said we've got number 7, James Mullett, and number 11, Romari Johnson, joining us here today in place of Simmons and Surr, who are the scratches. So I don't know a whole lot about either James Mullett or Romari Johnson. Woodside with a make there. Ahead for Lavoie. Lavoie drives, pass to Villain. Blocked by Woodside. Villain right back at it again. That one off glass and rolls in for Evan Villain. Villain has been really good to start the season for STU. Over 10 points, over 4 rebounds, nearly 2 assists. And shooting 50%, 57% from the field is Evan Villain. Tricky dribble by Corliss. Well defended by the Tommies. That one comes up short. McCarthy fouled by Ambrose Johnson. That'll send Noah McCarthy to the line. McCarthy with a little smile to the Hurricane defender. Noah McCarthy to the line. McCarthy 12.7 points, 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. 24-25 free throws coming into this one for 96% to lead the league. And of course, as soon as I say that, he goes 1 of 2 there. Second miss from the free throw line. Don't blame me for that one, Noah. Make it 25 of 27 for McCarthy from the line. Tommy foul on Owen Amos. Four subs for STU. Braden, Riverlands wearing number 8. Hassan and Tamwine in. Jeff Lavoie, the only Tommy that stays. So Coach Hickey told me to expect this. That is Johnson inbounding for McKinnon. Back to Johnson. Woodside with the screen, cross court. 10 is Tyrell Casimir, who is checked in. Corliss launches again over Lavoie to beat the three-pointer. Braden with a tip on the rebound, but it's controlled by the Hurricanes. Braden and Woodside in the post is a really good battle. I'm going to have a hard time watching the ball and not that post battle. Good defense by the Tommies, 24-second violation, and not a lot of help from the Hurricanes bench that the shot clock was running deep. In fact, it caught me by surprise as well. Usually someone yells something. Hassan for Braden. Lavoie spins off glass. Make that 6 for Jeff Lavoie here in the opening quarter. It's going to be another foul on the Tommies. It's going to be Ethan Tamwine. It's going to be his second. I don't think he's really fond of that foul call. Tamwine out. Ben Duell off the bench. Duell, third year of eligibility out of Bernice McNaughton High School in Moncton. 6'1" guard. Duell has been fighting some injuries throughout his career here with the Tommies. Reese Hassan can't get the first attempt to go, but he's so alone, he makes the second. Lavoie with the deflection. Braden collects. Lavoie for Hassan. Hassan for Lands. River Lands. Can't get that one to go, but it's Braden on the offensive glass. Oh, I thought he had the 2. Instead, he's going to be fouled and go to the line. This is probably going to go on Woodside. Oh, I missed the number there. Have to pick that up off the scoreboard. It's going to go on number 11. Foul is going to go on Romari Johnson. Take this opportunity to thank some of the Tommy sponsors. Fredericton Hyundai, Rocket, Kears Marketing, Coastal Graphics, Pepsi, St. Thomas alumni, Joss Dennis at Desjardins Insurance, the Fredericton Inn, Mars Wrigley Canada, proud to support Tommy basketball as well. And of course the Capital Region Service Commission. We'll have banners here in the building. Also a reminder, the Tommy's bi-weekly 50-50, next draw Monday, December 11th, and it's a pretty good prize. Estimated $1.5K, so $1,500. Winner takes half of that. Go Tommies.ca/lotto to get in on that one. While you're in the mood for buying tickets, you can also get a in on the Tommies draw, giving away for a $20 ticket. Top prize is some tickets to Raptors Leafs game. Second prize, and this one's for Coach Hickey. It's a very distant second prize. Tickets to a Montreal Canadiens game. I look very out of place there in my Bruins gear, but I'll probably get a ticket nonetheless. Woodside. He's looking for the cram, and he's fouled by Ben Duell. Referee's going to talk about this one to see if that merits an unsportsmanlike call. It's going to be 2 shots. He was playing the ball as ruled after the officials have their discussion. Riverland's out. Noah McCarthy in as the Tommies now up 21-7 here. Woodside to the line. D'Angelo Woodside, 13.8 points per game, 7 rebounds, 2.2 assists for the veteran Woodside. 57% from the floor, 60% from the line. Woodside 0 for 2 there. D'Angelo, you can blame those misses, or at least the second one, on me for reading out your percentage. McCarthy gets that one to go right into the body of Casimir. That's Jordan Wolf, number 7. Hard on the dribble for the Hurricanes. Foul on Noah McCarthy of the Tommies. Evan Villain checks in for Jeff Lavoie. Vince Littleton back in for Reese Hassan. And on the line here is number 10. That is Tyrell Casimir. Casimir, 3.3 points, 1.3 rebounds per game, and 2.8 assists. Rebound picked up by, that was Johnson, Omari Johnson. Corliss on the drive, blocked by Braden. McCarthy out of the pack with the ball. McCarthy's going to go right to the bucket and score 2 points. A couple of Hurricanes against the wall on that one, 25-8 Tommies. This is the pace Coach Hickey wanted. Wolf, Corliss. Has a Woodside screen, uses it, runs right into Ted Braden. And not stepping out of bounds is Bryce Corliss. Corliss looking for a foul call that doesn't come. Good defense by the Tommies. Harrison Florian set to check in. Coach Kendrick pleading the case for a blocking foul there somewhere. Referee saying, no, that's guarding position. Florian with the outside catch, inside. A little too much mustard on the fastball that time. From Florian for Villain. Villain can't handle. Long pass for Corliss. He's going to lay that one up and in. Corliss used the off arm there to get some space from Villain. Like a wide receiver. Duel for 3. Back rim there. Rebound Littleton. Littleton for Villain. Villain right in to the middle again and draws a foul. I believe it's going to be on Tyrell Casimir. It is. Mr. Red Pass says that's a foul. Evan Villain to the line. Third-year eligibility out of Miramichi and Miramichi Valley. Miramichi quickly becoming a basketball hotbed in New Brunswick. Look at what the high school teams did there. Guys and girls run the Harbor Station last year in Miramichi Valley, producing good players for the next level as well, both in the men's and women's side. Is Miramichi Valley. Tommy's foul, that puts them at 5, and we're going to have free throws. That's going to be on Ben Duell, his second. And send Omari Johnson to the line. Correction, I called number 7 Jordan Wolf earlier. It's actually James Mollett. Apologies to both Mr. Wolf and Mr. Mollett. McCarthy with the miss. Rebound to the Hurricanes, but caught with the toes in the tulips on the far side is Tyrell Casimir. That's going to be out of bounds. Ambrose Johnson, Owen Amos in for the Hurricanes and Tommies respectively. Murray Johnson out, as is Ben Duell. Final 34-7 of a quick-moving opening quarter. Sees the Tommies up 15 on the Hurricanes. Littleton, power step through, and he's going to draw a foul. Hurricanes looking for a travel. Officials say no. It's going to be a foul on Woodside. It's going to be D'Angelo's first. It's going to send Vince Littleton to the line. Littleton, 10 points, 3.5 boards, 1.5 assists a game for the Tommies. Roughly those numbers. Littleton, one of the better three-point shooters by percentage last season in the conference. A little down this year from where he was last year. He's looking to rebound that percentage here as the league conference move forward. Corliss again complaining to the officials, looking for a foul. Looking for a hand check. He's going to be careful there. He might get teed up. Looking for the officials every time. Corliss, of course, the league's leading scorer at 21 a game. Certainly a willing shooter. Body called that time. It's going to go on Florian. And that will send James Mullett to the line. Mullett makes the first. McCarthy, step back shot, rims out. Tommies take the first quarter 28-12 over the Hurricanes. Good start for STU. I think that's the pace Coach Hickey was looking for. Coach Kendrick working the officials here a bit, looking for fouls. The officials huddled. Tommies will force them to call it or not the way they play. They play aggressive. We've already seen Coach Hickey, I believe, 10 deep here on the bench. Scratch for the Tommies in this one. Tanner Hoyt, Caden LaValle. Yeah, 11 deep. The only one we haven't seen thus far for STU is Zach Vautour. Seen everyone else. Earlier, Tommy women picked up a big win over the Holland Hurricanes. Tommy's led after the first and second. Hurricanes stormed back in the third to make it a tight game. In fact, I think it was tied at one point. Hurricanes finished the third quarter poorly, and it carried over into the fourth. The Tommies were very strong in the fourth quarter and won that one really going away in the fourth. I think the lead was up to 18 at certain points. It didn't feel like, if you will, an 18-point game most of the way through. It sort of felt like Holland had a run in them. It just never came in that one. And full credit to the Tommies for some timely shooting and a win that they needed to pick up. Important win for STU. Here on the men's side, Tommies up 16 after one on the Hurricanes, 28-12. Holland, of course, down some ball handling guards in this one, well into their depth chart due to injury. And STU were looking to play the pressure contest. Littleton, Villain, Florian, Amos. And in the corner is McCarthy, I believe. Yes, it is McCarthy. Littleton on the drive. Little teardrop over top of Woodside, falls for Vince Littleton. Now Littleton really bothering Mullett, but Mullett with a nice spin move. Casimir with the miss. Ambrose Johnson picks up the foul on Noah McCarthy. McCarthy was there for the rebound. That's one I thought could have went either way. Could have been an over the back foul on the rebound on Johnson. Called McCarthy on the push. One of those 50-50 ones. You can blow the whistle either way, and I wouldn't have complained a whole lot. Baseline official overruled by the upper official on that one. Hurricanes think they got it right. No real complaints from the Tommies, so that one must have been touched by STU out of bounds. Corliss for Mullett. Shot clock violation on the Hurricanes there. Off the bench for the Tommies, number 5, Dominic Sherrard. Sherrard, a 6-foot wing player out of Centerville, Nova Scotia. And Northeast Kings Educational Center. McCarthy on the drive, high off glass. Soft touch for Noah McCarthy to get to. Tommy lead a full 20 now. Only a minute played in quarter number 2. Ambrose Johnson with a nice bucket. Beautiful curl cut, a nice delivery from D'Angelo Woodside. Tommy's quickly up court. Florian, he's going to spin. Power step now by Harrison Florian. Nice move there by Harrison. Get by Woodside, scores 2 for Stu. Mullet for Johnson. Johnson on the drive. One-hander over McCarthy. Ahead for Littleton. Littleton right at the bucket. Scores the hoop, gets the foul. It's going to be a foul on Mullet. That has Nick Mills and Owen Parsons checking in for Holland. Corliss and Woodside out. Parsons, 6'9" forward at Hebville, Nova Scotia, and Parkview Educational Center. Seen his height listed at 6'6", 6'7", and 6'9" in different places. 6'9" was the last I saw, so we'll go with 6'9". There is Parsons, too strong on the jump shot. Amos on the rebound. Littleton draws the foul. That's on 6, that's Nate Johnson. So that was Nate Johnson, 6, not Nick Mills, number 9, who checked in at that last timeout. Whole bunch of Tommies coming into the game, so I'll just reset the lineup. McCarthy, Lands, Braden, Amos, and Lavoie. Your Tommy's personnel. And for Holland, 5 is Sherrard, 1 is Johnson, 15 is Parsons, 6 is Nate Johnson, and I think that's all 5 of them. 7 there is James Mullet. That's Mullet with the ball. Braden looking for the takeaway. Knocks it out of bounds. Ahead for Ambrose Johnson. He's going to draw a foul on Owen Amos on that take. It's going to be the third Tommy's foul this quarter. Second on Owen Amos. Ryan McKinnon will check in for James Mullet. Ambrose Johnson to the line. Johnson, third year of eligibility. Portland Community College as Portland, Oregon. The Northwest Athletic Conference last season, 8.3 points per game there. 16.1 here for the Hurricanes. 3.7 rebounds, 2.6 assists. Pretty good stat line there for Ambrose Johnson in his first handful of games here in the ACAA. A lot of players that come in here, they get their eye opened at the level of ball here in the ACAA. Lavoie had the bags packed for that one, a little traveling for Jeffrey Lavoie. He wasn't real sure, didn't really think so. Over to the Hurricanes. Parsons inbounds for Ryan McKinnon, guarded by Reese Hassan. Ambrose Johnson's going to travel on the catch there. Good call. Ethan Tamwine said to check in for Owen Amos. Tamwine with the 2 fouls. Watch for Ethan spotting up in the corner for a 3-pointer on this possession off the bench. Braden on the drive by Parsons. Got a good-looking shot away that didn't go down. Let's see if the Hurricanes and Ambrose Johnson try to go at Ethan Tamwine here. See if they realize he's got 2. He's going to be another foul on the Tommies and Jeffrey Lavoie. Tommy's third. Lavoie's second. So a couple of Tommies in the game. Intamwine and Lavoie with 2 fouls here. See if the Hurricanes try to take either one of those two to task and draw the third, force a decision from the Tommies. Travel violation on the Hurricanes. It's going to go on Nate Johnson, number 6. Hassan for Lavoie. Lavoie had 6 early points in the opening quarter. River lands with the spin. Soft looking shot, but it's rebounded by the Hurricanes, and then Lavoie with the steal, give Lavoie 8. It's a hit for Ambrose Johnson, and Lavoie meets him at the rim. That's going to be Lavoie's third foul, and Ambrose Johnson finishes. That's one I think you don't have to challenge if you're Jeffrey Lavoie. You've already got 2. Going to put him on the bench here with 6:11 to go in the second quarter. Tommies are saying no free shots, I guess. Hurricanes again looking for the unsporty call, and the officials say no, he was very much playing the ball. Ambrose Johnson with the make. Lands with the turnaround that doesn't drop. River Lands, a first-year wing player out of the Rossay Red Hawk program. Parsons with the runner, too strong off glass. Rebound Tommies. Lands on the push for Duel for Braden. Braden scores 2, fouled by Parsons. Tommy transition in full work there. Owen Amos will check in. Will be for River Lands. Lands, nice work there, running the break. That's the kind of transition the Tommies are looking for and the pace they want to play at. Romari Johnson set to check in, as will be Bryce Corliss here. A couple Hurricanes come out. It will be 5 and 6, Sherrard and Nate Johnson. Hassan with the steal for Owen Amos. Braden inside against Parsons. He's going to score 2 more. Nice work by Ted Braden. Shoulder into the body, get yourself a little room on the defender. Braden looking for the steal. Good work by Hassan to force the turnover. I was going to say commit, but that's not the right word. Corliss with 3 over Duel. He's the guy that can really light it up for the Hurricanes. Ambrose Johnson, a pretty good scorer as well, but Corliss undoubtedly. Inside for Braden, nice finish again, and great look from Ben Duel. I believe it's 6 points pretty quickly from Ted Braden. Steal by Owen Amos, and he scores 2. Tommy lead up to 25. Tommy's pouring it on here against the Hurricanes. Already with 47 points on the board. There's still 4:45 to go here in the first half. Ambrose Johnson, Braden comes out. He'll pick up a foul, trying to block the shot. D'Angelo Woodside, opportunity to check in now in place of Owen Parsons, that went to the bench. Ambrose Johnson to the bench, or pardon me, to the line. And Zach Vautour will check in for the Tommies, number 7, in the next opportunity, which will be right here if Ambrose Johnson makes this one. He does not. Rebound to Ben Duel. Duel on the drive outside for Hassan. Hassan into the painted area, leaves it short. Rebound Corliss. That is Corliss. He's the dangerous shooter. Dangerous scorer really from everywhere. For Mullet. Picks up the handle off to Ambrose Johnson. 10 to shoot. Johnson rejected by Braden. Braden, great help defense there. And it is the Tommies that control the loose ball duel for Braden, who's been really good inside. Corliss with the double team takes away the dribble and gets the steal. Nice defense on the help variety by Bryce Corliss. Kamine lucky not to get another foul there, I think. A lot of body contact, no call from the official. Ambrose Johnson misses the three. Hassan on the rebound. He's on the run outside Ben Duel. Kamine, Ben Duel spot up three. Amos tips the rebound to Hassan. He'll shoot the three. Rebound Braden. 3 attempts here on this trip, and D'Angelo Woodside picks up the foul. That's going to be Woodside's second, I believe. 5 new Tommies checking in. It is the second on Woodside. In for the Tommies. McCarthy, Florian, Littleton, Vautour, and Villain. Littleton and Corliss tangled up in the key. That's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a foul on Corliss. Holding on Littleton. Technical on Bryce Corliss. You can see that coming all game. It's going to be his first foul. Make it 2 with the technical. Timeout Hurricanes. You can bet Coach Kendrick wants the official to come over and talk about what was said, why you got the foul. Officials not complying. Now Coach Kendrick into the huddle, halfway through the timeout. Of course, assistant Lonnie States doing a lot of talking there while Coach Kendrick was trying to get the officials' attention. Folks who are watching along at home, feel free to reach out. Hit me up on Twitter or X at BillsB, BILLSBY. Know where you're watching from, or also you can hit me up as well in email. latescratches@outlook.com, latescratches@outlook.com. That is the podcast email. That's probably one you can get me from there. High school action. Moncton Hoop Classic is this weekend. Just see coming through on Twitter. And the FHS Black Cats captured bronze. Hadn't seen who was in the finals of that one on the guys' side. Littleton makes that free throw. (48-22). Mullet kicks for Johnson. Johnson short. Rebound McCarthy. McCarthy for Villain. Villain lost the handle out of bounds off of D'Angelo Woodside. Woodside says that one didn't go off of me. It went off of Mr. McCarthy. Doesn't win that conversation with the official. Florian with the tap, and then Corral for McCarthy. Villain in the low post against Corliss. Cross-court pass, Littleton for three. Good release there from Littleton. Rebound Mullet. Mullet guarded by Zach Vautour. Vautour got to keep the feet moving against the quick-footed Mullet. Corliss drains a triple. Littleton on the drive, right at D'Angelo Woodside, and that's going to be Woodside's third. Big foul there for the Hurricanes and Woodside. That gets Demoy Dozavato up off the bench very quickly. Woodside will come out. I think Woodside saying, hey, one of you guys out there got to stop the ball before it gets in here. Littleton makes the first. Littleton out of Markham, Ontario, gets the second to go in as well. Reese Hassan will sub in for Noah McCarthy. Tommies doubling up the Hurricanes. 50-25, 2:30 to go here in the first half still. Pretty big points for the Tommies and fairly low scoring for the Hurricanes. Couture will pick up the foul. That will send Mullet to the line. It's a long way away from the bucket to pick up a foul. Mullet, a miss on the first. A make on the second. Tommy's on the push again with Hassan for Florian. That is Vautour. Vautour scrambling, picked up by Hassan, back for Vautour. 12 to shoot. Vautour now looking towards the bucket. Hassan in the corner, Florian up top. Fakes, nowhere to go. Good defense by Dozavato. And we've got, I believe, a football called on the Tommies. This will go over to the Hurricanes. Owen Amos checks in for STU. Corliss dribbles into the corner, kicks it outside for Johnson. Evan Villain's going to pick up a foul. He's going to send Murray Johnson to the line. Johnson, good on them both. Evan Villain responds with a triple at the other end for the Tommies. Lead back to 25. Mullet looking for Dozavato. Little malfunction at the junction there, and they can't connect. Littleton high off glass, no good. Dozavato uses the length to corral the carom. Hurricanes to the front court with Corliss. Amari Johnson with a miss, rebound Littleton. Tommy's push again, Amos collects the pass, he's going to draw the foul, he'll shoot two. James Mullet will pick up the foul, that's at least his second. Ryan McKinnon checks in for Mullet. Amos, good on the first. Owen Amos, another Miramichi product out of Miramichi Valley. 9.3 points, 3.2 boards, 1.5 rebounds. And a strong free throw shooter as well, as seen there from the line. 55-28, that's a big number in the first half, 55 points for STU. They've had the pedal to the metal in this one. Littleton collects a wild shot. I had the fans oohing and awing as Ryan McKinnon, I think, still might be looking for Vince Littleton on the way by there. Littleton sort of coast-to-coast move. Johnson with a little runner through the lane. Tommy's plus 27, final 10 seconds of the opening half. Reach-in foul on Corliss, I believe. It is Corliss. It's going to be his second personal. I believe a technical counts as a foul as well. Maybe not. Second personal, one technical for Corliss. Could be thinking of FIBA rules and not ACAA rules with the technical foul. Counting there. Halftime score, St. Thomas Tommies 59, Holland Hurricanes 30. This one has been all stew right from the get-go. Hurricanes need a big regroup here, and of course, down a couple ball handlers. It's a long road back for the Hurricanes. Tommies, this is the pace that Coach Hickey wanted, the substitution in and out that he told me to expect. Well on their way to a victory here this afternoon, up 29 at halftime. Of course, second half can go the whole other way. We've seen a lot of changes here in basketball games. So Tommies have to do exactly what they did in the first half in the second, keep the same pace up, keep playing well. You can bet the Hurricanes will find the range a bit more. But at this point, it's all Tommies, 59-30. Take about a 14-minute break, and I'll be back with the second half action here from the LB Gym. Hi fans, welcome back to the LB Gym. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching Tommy's TV on YouTube at ACAA TV. It is the host St. Thomas Tommies. Up 29 at halftime on the Holland Hurricanes. 59-30. That's a big half for the Tommies. First half scores, first for the Hurricanes. Ambrose Johnson with 9. Bryce Corliss leads all Hurricane scores with 13. 2 personal fouls on a technical. Have confirmed, and thanks to those who gave me a shout out on the phone, that does indeed count as a foul towards ejection. So Corliss sitting with 3. Really? D'Angelo Woodside only 2 points. Mullet 2 points. Casimir 1. And Omari Johnson with 3. For the Tommies, Reese Hassan has 2. Noel McCarthy 7. Jeffrey Lavoie 10 points, 4 rebounds. Ted Braden 9 points, 3 boards. Harrison Florian 3 points. Vince Littleton 13 points and 3 rebounds. Evan Villain 6 points. And Owen Amos 9 for the Tommies. Tommies 2 for 12 from 3-point lanes. 21 of 45 overall. The Hurricanes 3 of 8 from deep. All those makes by Corliss, and 10 of 26 overall. Tommy shooting 47% to 39 for the Hurricanes. That is Hassan with the steal and finish on the lay-in here as we open the second half. Turn my mind away from the score sheet and onto the play. There's another Tommy's turnover, as McCarthy had the steal off to Hassan, knocked out by the Hurricanes. So the Tommies pick up right where they left off, come out flying here with a couple of good looks at the basket. 1 score, and that one there knocked out by the Hurricanes. Tommies start McCarthy, Hassan, Braden, Lavoie, and Tamwini. They were the 5 who started the game. That is McCarthy on the drive. He thought he got fouled there. Ref says no. Take and finish that time is Ryan McKinnon. Don't think the Hurricanes want to get into a track meet with the Tommies here. They will run the break when they have that opportunity. Hassan with the miss. Starting the second half for Hurricanes. 1 is Ambrose Johnson. 8 who just scored is Ryan McKinnon. 14 D'Angelo Woodside. 7 is James Mullet, and 13 is Bryce Corliss. Inside for McCarthy, he's got McKinnon on his back and draws the foul. Hassan will inbound Tommies for Braden, and now Lavoie. Hassan. Hands off to Braden. Braden against Woodside. Teddy works him right in low. Off the glass, beats the shot clock. Rebound to Woodside. Off for Mullet. Hassan looking to pressure him. Mullet by him that time. That's going to be out off a Tommy as Ryan McKinnon lets that one go. McKinnon, second-year guard at a Summerside PEI. Official already counting there on the Hurricanes. This could be a 5-second violation. Just beat it. Hassan got a hand on that ball on Mullet. McKinnon uses the Woodside screen. 2 to shoot inside Woodside. Just beat the shot clock. Rebound to Lavoie. Ahead. McCarthy, acrobatic move. Braden causes the takeaway. McCarthy with another lay-in. Timeout Hurricanes. Tommies come out here to start the second half, much the way they did in the first. 65-32. Played just about 2 minutes here of the half. The Tommies giving the Hurricanes fits in the backcourt. That's the pressure game Stu wants to play. Tommy's only lost this season, and it was a big one. They got really taken out behind the woodshed a little bit by MSVU on the road at MSVU. Forget the score, but it was a pretty big margin that the Mystics won by. You can bet that the Tommies have that matchup circled for the second half. Of course, they need to get through this half as well. They've got another tough game tomorrow against UKC. UKC playing this afternoon at St. John. That would be a pretty good battle there between those two schools. See if I can fire up the website, the ACAA, and have a look in on that game, see if there's any scores available from the Port City and the G. Forbes Elliott. It is SJ up on UKC. Says 5:47 left in the fourth quarter, so they're a little bit ahead of the pace here in terms of starting the game action by the online. Says SJ up 76-65 on UKC. McCarthy from deep, 7 here now in the quarter. Mullet for Woodside. Woodside to the front court and Corliss. Corliss for Woodside. Woodside against McCarthy. Bullies his way to the bucket, as he should do against Noah McCarthy, and scores 2. Kamwine on the drive. Nice pass off to Ted Braden. We'll call it that at least. Not sure it was his initial intent, but that's where the ball ended up. Hassan on the steal of the Mullet pass. He goes at the bucket, scores 2. No, it's going to be an offensive foul. Bucket waved off on Reese Hassan. Coach Hickey, I'm sure, will take that one. That was an aggressive move after the steal. Hassan's first. So no bucket there. And 5 new white jerseys on for Stu. Florian, Amos, Littleton, Villain, and Duel in for Coach Hickey, who I believe has gone all 12 deep in this one. 12 that are available to him. Deflected by Littleton. That is Corliss. Woodside with the handle and going away from the bucket. Tommies will take that. Late foul called on that one. Corliss will go to shoot 3. Official that was right there didn't blow the whistle on it, and he didn't think it was a foul. The cross-court official thought it was. A foul on Evan Villain sends Corliss to the line. I guess if they doesn't get it right, it doesn't matter who called it. Tough to tell from where I was in the angle whether there was a foul on that play. Corliss good on the first 2. 85% free throw shooter on the season coming in is Corliss. Makes that one. That would have been a violation, but he makes all 3 anyway. Littleton for Amos, off for Duel. Duel for Florian. Florian puts that one up, gets his own rebound, and Woodside comes in there to cause the tie up. Possession, Stu. Amos. Now outside for Duel. Ben Duel makes the 3-pointer. Duel in on the action here, ahead for Corliss. Owen Amos just lets him go, scores 2. Amos for Villain. There's 2 more for Stu. good look by Owen Amos. The Miramichi connection there. Duel's going to get the reach in foul. He's looking for the tie up and rip away. It'll be a third on Duel. Don't think the Tommies will mind that one too much either. It's going to be a jump ball. This one will favor Holland. 8 on the shot clock as they inbound. Ambrose Johnson will inbound for Holland. That's Mollett. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Actually, I think we've got a foul called here. Referees will talk about this one. It's going to be a foul on Mollett. Tommy possession is going to be the third foul on Mollett. Ben Duel moves the Tim Horton sign on the far side. Give himself a little more space for the inbound play. Littleton on the release, leaves it short. Ambrose Johnson works the Windex for the rebound. Corliss step back three. Florian got a hand up. Woodside works the rebound underneath. Now goes against Owen Amos. Woodside just bullies his way to the bucket again, gets his own rebound, and scores that time. Amos on the travel, he knew it. Dominic Sherrard inbounds for the Hurricanes. Lane can't get the steal there. Corliss on the dribble. Pass caught that time by Sherrard. Rebound Littleton. Tommies push again. Littleton right at Corliss. Oh, nice move by Vince Littleton. Wow. Littleton lets Sherrard go by. Corliss out of the corner for three. He'll make that one. Littleton again looks for the acrobatic move. Take a bunch of fresh Tommies in at the next opportunity. Outside Littleton, Amos. Littleton, Duel. Duel's going to drive, kick for Villain. He's fouled by Bryce Corliss shooting three. Pretty clear there. That's going to be the third personal, fourth overall on Corliss. He's also got the tech. And that'll bring Omari Johnson, number 11, in, as well as number 6, Nate Johnson. So Johnson and Johnson in off the bench. No more tears for the Hurricanes here as they're down 33. Villain on the make. We've got 4 new Tommies in, and then Ted Brading waiting for the shooter. Lands, Hassan, Tamwine, and McCarthy. And if Evan Villain can make this next one, Braden will check in for Mr. Villain. That one doesn't drop. Rebound goes to Dominic Sherrard. So Villain 1 of 3 from the line on that trip. Tommy's plus 34 on Holland. 78 points, and there's still 3:45 to go here in quarter 3. Big number from Stu today. Hassan deflected out by Ryan McKinnon. Ted Braden will sub in. This is for Evan Villain as expected. 18 on the shot clock as the Tommies inbound. Talked to a few people at halftime, and of course everyone said, hey, this is the best the Tommies have looked certainly since the beginning of the year, and their biggest offensive half, we all believed at least. Oh, nice silky move by Braden to get around Woodside. Ted Braden in the post this year, his post moves been very impressive. That's going to be another foul on Ethan Tumwina. I think that's going to be 4. Make that 3. Shot clock reset. Inbounded for Ryan McKinnon. Off for Omari Johnson. Travel called on Nate Johnson. Nate Johnson, first-year guard at Hantsport, Nova Scotia. Played in the Canada Games for Nova Scotia in 2022. Braden for Lands for 3. Off the heel of the rim. Woodside collects the carom, off for Ryan McKinnon. Woodside in the post against Lands. Braden's waiting there for help. Going to be a foul on River Lands. Woodside kicked the ball off to Nate Johnson, and it'll be Johnson going to the line here. Owen Parsons checks in for D'Angelo Woodside. Unless he's been there earlier this game, these will be the first free throw attempts of the season for Nate Johnson. Braden on the rebound. Johnson goes 0 for 2. River Lands for 3. A little too strong that time. Kamwine on the rebound. Lands tees it up again. Too strong again for Lands. For Mari Johnson. For Nate Johnson. Back up top for Ryan McKinnon. Good recovery by the Tommies. 8 to shoot as Romari Johnson goes to the bucket and scores 2. Strong take there by Romari. Three-pointer from the Tommies, Ethan Tumwine. Sherrard has to shoot that one over Littleton and makes 2 points. Dominic Sherrard. Make the folks in Centerville, Nova Scotia a little happier with that bucket. Five Tommies will check in at the next whistle. Oh, maybe only 4. The bunch of them down there anyway. Hassan with a rebound, off for Lands. Lands ahead for Braden. Lays it in over Parsons. Another good game for Ted Braden here for the Tommies. Of course, there's a lot of Tommies having good games. 85 points, and we're only in the third quarter, coming to the end of the third. Final minute here of action in the third. Romari Johnson, good take again, and there's Braden with the block. It is indeed 5 Tommies. Amos, Florian, Vautour, Littleton, and Lavoie for Stu. 8 on the shot clock as the Hurricanes inbound. They're running out of the stack position here. Sherrard couldn't get the up and under layup to go outside Parsons. Now Nate Johnson with 2 to shoot. Shot clock violation. He doesn't know how much time's left. See that coming. So he didn't look towards the bucket on the catch. You got to know how much time's on the shot clock when you inbound. Vautour for Florian against Parsons. Harrison Florian gets the foul on Owen Parsons. Florian, 5th year at a Leo Hayes High. At the Leo Hayes Lions Den tournament for a few games last weekend, not as many as I had hoped to get to. A little run in with the Santa Claus parade, getting out of volleyball here to get back for some of the Saturday night action in that. Delayed me beyond my patience level, let's say that. The Lions finished last on the men's side, the boys' side, in their own tournament there. Went 0 for 3 after taking FHS to overtime earlier last week. Interesting turn of events for the Lions. Littleton off glass again. They'll do it for the end of the quarter. Tommies 89, Hurricanes 48. Yes, that's only after 3 quarters, averaging nearly 30 points a quarter this game are the Tommies, and they had an even 30 that quarter. They had 59 at half. So put up 30 in that quarter. Big number for STU, and you can bet they want to keep that pace of play up. Looking very much like the Tommies. We'll go into that final matchup of the first half tomorrow here, 3 o'clock against UKC with a 6-1 record. Looks a lot like that, at least at this point. It would be a miraculous 41-point comeback required by the Hurricanes at this point to change that. And that's a really a long way back when you've only got 48 on the board. So I feel okay talking about this at this point in time. If this result holds, and it would be a miracle if it doesn't hold at this point. STU would go into tomorrow's matchup with UKC at 6-1, right on the heels of MSVU, who hosts Mount A tomorrow. We'll see if I can refresh that score. It is a final from St. John. UNBSJ beats UKC 88-69. So UKC would come here 0-7 on the season against a 6-1 Tommies team to close out the first half. Tommies ball to start the fourth with the massive lead here on the Hurricanes. That's Vautour with Lavoie, Florian, Littleton, and Owen Amos here on the near side. Travel on Littleton. That's your Tommy personnel to start this one. The Hurricanes will go down the highway tomorrow to take on that quickly improving UNBSJ team. They are tough. Even the games they've lost, they've played really hard and kept scores pretty close most of their games. So you have to think about a little strategy here if you're the Hurricanes coaching staff. You think about down this much, how much you play Corliss and Woodside and Ambrose Johnson here in the fourth quarter. Parsons launches from deep. That one no good, taken away by the Tommies. Littleton got Vautour in the corner for the three-point shot. That one a little too strong. And James Mullett lets that one go out of bounds. Here for the fourth for the Hurricanes is Romari Johnson, number 11. He's looking for a sub to come off. Not sure what the issue is here. Looks like he might have a... He's holding the hip there coming out. Dominic Sherrard in. 10 is Tyrell Casimir. 6, Nate Johnson. 7 is James Mullett. And Owen Parsons wearing 15 in the burgundy jersey for the Hurricanes. Vautour on the steal. Vautour will take that one, leave it short on the front rim. Owen Amos is there to clean up the mess for 2 points. Parsons might have got away with a walk, but there is Vautour on the steal. Littleton. Back for Lavoie. Lavoie for Amos. Amos for Littleton. Back for Amos. 3-point attempt is good. Owen Amos with the make. Casimir on the drive for Parsons. Parsons with the second attempt. He's going to get a foul from Florian on the second shot. 5 new Tommies coming again. Hassan, Lands, Duel, and Villain make that 4 new Tommies. Harrison Florian stays in. He'll guard Owen Parsons. That's Parsons on the line. Parsons can't get the free ones to drop. Lands was looking for the cutting Florian. Parsons takes that one away. And their head for Casimir. Slams on the brakes in the paint, throws up a 2-pointer, and it goes. Lands, tough shooting day for River today. Another miss from 3-point land from River Lands. Demoy Dozavato will check in. Score there from James Mullett. Hassan for Lands. And Villain. Villain's going to dribble. The cutting Hassan. Met at the bucket by Owen Parsons, and Reese Hassans will shoot 2. Ted Braden will check in for Harrison Florian. Dozavato in for Nate Johnson. And indeed, we haven't seen much of anything thus far in this quarter from Ambrose Johnson, Bryce Corliss, or D'Angelo Woodside. The Hurricanes go with a little rest strategy for that group. Go into that game against UNBSJ tomorrow in the Port City. Tommies are there with the steal ahead for Lands. Has Hassan. It's Lands on the reverse lay-in. Athletic move by River Lands. Little Globetrotter shot there from Lands. Lands got a piece of that, but it ends up in the hands of Mullett, guarded by Duel. Mullett's going to get a foul on Duel. Thought from up here it looked like pretty good defense, but again, poor angle on where the foul occurred from where I am. Referee right there on top of things. That's going to be 4 on Duel. Mullett to the line. Apologies, I can't give you any information or stats or anything on Romari Johnson or James Mullett. 2 right-in players here for Holland. Just found out pre-game that they were part of the proceedings here today, so no opportunity to do any research on them pre-game. Lands for Braden. Braden scores inside again. Dozavato and Parsons on the inside. It shouldn't be that easy for Ted Braden. Those 2 big men in the game. Mullett blocked by Duel that time. Braden a headbutt for Duel. Duel Hassan gets out the Windex, cleans up the mess, and scores 2 points. Should have had a bucket reference in that one. It would have made it even better. Maybe next time. Tommy's 101, Hurricanes 54. Timeout on the floor taken. I think all that's in doubt in this one at this point is the final score. Tommy's with a big, big number here. I don't know if I talked about it adequately off the top, but it is MSVU. 7-0 and sitting number 2 in the nation. Tommy's at 5-1, moving to 6-1 at number 8 in the nation. Vanier is first. Crandall is 5-1. They appear to be idle this weekend. Holland 3-4 coming into this one. They'll go to 3-5. Mount A 2-5, joined with 2 wins now by UNBSJ, who beat UKC today. UKC falls to 0-7. So great to see 2 Atlantic Conference teams ranked inside the top 10, and MSVU at 2. That's the Tommy's only loss, and as I say, it was a no-doubter that MSVU outplayed them that day for sure. Wasn't particularly close. But great to see the Atlantic Conference recognized that high in the standings. If that holds throughout the year, or it's MSVU or STU or whoever emerges from the conference to go to Sackville and Mount A for the Nationals this year. That's right, they're right here in New Brunswick at Mount Allison this year. That could be important because that could mean a much better matchup. Shot clock issues here. It wouldn't reset. Finally, it's reset. They were trying to reset it and trying to talk to the officials that they couldn't get it to reset. Tommy's did the right thing and play through. Going to set it at 16. Just to finish that thought, that could mean a much better matchup with a better opportunity to win in the first round if the ranking there holds with MSVU at 2 for this Atlantic Conference. That would be massive going into Nationals. If an ACAA team can get a ranking in the top 3, let's say, going in, should be a better matchup. Because usually it's the Atlantic teams that are ranked a little lower and they get the tough opening round game, and then it's really tough to improve. So great to see that being recognized, the quality of play from MSVU in particular, but Stu as well in at number 8. Villain off the heel that time. And again, thanks to everyone for tuning in today. Braden can't get the rebound put back to go. Always my privilege to bring you these ones. I'll be back tomorrow. Women's game at 1, men at 3 against UKC. So a pretty quick turnaround, less than 24 hours here for the Sunday games. Tommy women picked up a big win against Holland College. Really pulled away in the fourth quarter to make the game have a larger margin than I felt it was as I was watching it the whole game along, but really, really pulled away in the fourth. They got by as many as 18. Hassan pull up three-pointer. Rebound that time, Sherrard. Three-pointer made by James Mullett. Hassan for Braden. Back to Hassan. Hassan for Braden. Lands will take another three-pointer. That one wide. One was wide to the left side that time. Get my directionality right. 5 new white shirts here. Parsons is out. I believe coming in is Nate Johnson there, and on the Tommy side, Kamine, Florian, Amos, Littleton, and Votor. So not a lot of McCarthy or Lavoie here in this quarter. Votor gets the shot off the rim to beat the buzzer. Littleton on the offensive rebound. Little floater doesn't go. Dozavato on the rebound. Rebound foul. Goes on Littleton, number 3, flashed up on the board. Omari Johnson. Takeaway ahead for Littleton against Dozavato. Dozavato fouls Littleton. Florian helps up Littleton. Littleton will go to the line. That's a strong take by Vince Littleton. Tommies have been stuck on 101 here for a while. .102 now as Littleton makes the second. Hurricane miss, rebounded by the Tommies. Tamwine spot up. It's going to be a long 2. If it goes, it doesn't. Rebound to Dozavato. Dozavato on the catch. Now into the front court. Omari Johnson. Sherrard for Johnson. And Nate Johnson. Littleton with the three-pointer. Omari Johnson. Hit for McKinnon, taken away. That's Littleton. Pulls it back out. Taken away, though, on the steal by Dominic Sherrard, number 5. Hurricanes throw that one away. Offensive foul called on Ethan Tamwine. It's going to be his 4th foul. 4th on the Tommies. 2:29 to go now. Tommies are up by 48. Apologize to the Hurricane fans, but guess you have to give the score every once in a while. Amos for Votor. Votor drives. He's going to be fouled by Dozavato or McKinnon. It's going to go on McKinnon, number 8. Lands and Hassan in. Tamwine and Littleton to the bench. So now we'll talk a little bit forward for the Tommies here. Tomorrow's a focus game for Stu. They can't look at the record of UKC. He's got quality players and a quality coach coming in here tomorrow. Have to refocus, come out tomorrow and play the same way that they did today. So what the coaches will be looking for, that's what the players will want to do. They have to force themselves to do it. That's a tough thing after winning by this many, up a whole bunch on a quality Hurricanes club, but a short-handed Hurricanes club. Let's make no doubt about that as well. Very short-handed on the guard side of the Hurricanes, and as Coach Kendrick said, they're 5th guard that they've started here already through a small number of games, as Florian makes a three. Tommies can take nothing for granted tomorrow against UKC. You can combat UKC after the loss at UNBSJ is going to look to get back or get into the winning side of the ledger. So they're going to be focused. They're going to play hard. Tommies need to do exactly what they did today, and that's come out with their own pace tomorrow. Lands there. It's his tough shooting day continues. Dozavato collects another carom down to the final minute 8 of this one. And going into the basket and drawing a foul is Dominic Sherrard. Sherrard to the line. Back Rimmer on the second rebound. Dozavato. Final minute of play. Johnson with a bouncer. Off of Dozavato over to the Tommies. Hassan, Kamwine, Votor. Going to get called for the carry on the high dribble there that time. Got away from Votor. Final 30 seconds now. Amari Johnson with a triple. Reese Hassan will dribble it out. This one's going to finish. Tommies 110, Hurricanes 62. And that'll be the end of this one. Tommies by a bunch over the Hurricanes and a short-staffed Hurricanes. Hurricanes with a turnaround at UNBSJ tomorrow. SJ, you're going to have to be ready for these guys because you can bet that they're going to be looking to pick up the win on the road tomorrow. STU hosts UKC in what will be their final game before the break. Big win for the Tommies. Focus game for them tomorrow. For everyone here at St. Thomas, I'm Bill Gibson. Been great having you on board for this one. Hope to have you back tomorrow. For all your Tommy information, go tommies.ca and acaa.ca. For all your information on the league. That'll do it here from the LB Gym. See you tomorrow.